You can't have a chiseled and hollow look to your face if you've got any amount of excess. While some people say that Julia's smile with its vast stretch reminds them of the Julia Roberts has been named the world's most beautiful woman for no less than the 5th time by People magazine. Julia once said that she was hemmed off by rumours that she'd had plastic surgery. On the other hand, she of course didn't contradict the disclosure that in the 1990 film Pretty Woman, the very long and inch-perfect legs that she appears in certain scenes to have belong to a body double. In today's times, people are having their buccal fat ripped out in order to make their lower face look hollow. This serves to accentuate the cheekbones too, which, in combination with the hollowness below, usually makes her face more chiselled, more photogenic, and as such, more beautiful. Julia's own lower face hollowness, a highly attractive feature to her face, many agree, which is, in addition, fully natural I believe, possibly holds the explanation to the size of her dental arch. According to some, the cheek actually contains more muscle, specifically the buccinator, than fat. Julia's own buccinator muscle is possibly underused and consequently quite small. This also makes her cheeks thin, I believe. As such, Julia's dental arch had the space to grow as big as it has. While some people say that Julia's smile, with its vast stretch, which comes from the size of her dental arch, reminds them of the Joker, others completely love it, precisely because it's so broad and so happy. In case you're interested, it's possible apparently to train your cheeks into hollowness by sucking your solid food rather than chewing it.
And so this is what's happened with Julia Roberts. She's got this great big broad smile while at the same time she's got these hollow cheeks. And that is achievable because you just need to stop, you need to change by stopping using the cheek, the buccinator. In a swallow, the cheeks will, over time, hollow out.
And in case you're wondering, I'm Gina and I'm from London. But why does People magazine consider Julia, who was born in 1967, such a beauty? According to some, Julia's eyes, with their positive canthal tilt, which just means that they have an upward slant, are a particularly striking feature of beauty. Julia has natural fox eyes, or cat's eyes if you like then. This feature is shared by beauties like Zendaya, and also by a notable group of young beauties who bought the look with canthoplasty surgery, fox eye surgery, including Bella Hadid, Kendall Jenner, and Ariana Grande. We've talked about the very chiselled and photogenic look to a face coming from a hollow lower third and prominent cheekbones. Models have that look in many cases. Mannequins, shop window dummies, are designed with that look as well. You can't have a chiselled and hollow look to your face if you've got any amount of excess fat in your face. Having only enough fat in your face to look soft and young, but not in any way plump, is, for many, a very important factor in beauty. Apparently, Julia has zero excess fat to her face, this being, of course, another explanation of her beauty.
Interestingly, research has found that facial fat deposits are a major factor in determining a woman's attractiveness, conveying notions of health, youth, and status. By maintaining a low level of fat deposits, Julia Roberts maintains her alluring appearance.
An oval face, like Julia's, is generally considered highly attractive. Many people also find Julia's face chiselled, but not hard or harsh.
Julia Roberts' face shape is oval, meaning she has a slightly smaller jawline and forehead compared to her slightly more prominent cheekbones. The edges of her face are gently rounded, with a softly curved jawline, lacking any harsh or angular features.
Julia's temple to cheekbone measurement is in line with beauty ideals.
One of Julia Roberts' standout facial features is her bitemporal to bizygomatic ratio, which measures 1.02, a value that is slightly below the ideal of 1.04. A larger value is generally considered more desirable, and Julia Roberts' score in this category is pretty high.
So is her middle third, the space from the base of the eyes to the base of the nose.
Another key feature of Julia Roberts is her bizygomatic to mid-face height ratio, which is 1.7, slightly higher than the ideal value of 1.72.
And so is her lower third, the space from the base of the nose to the base of the chin.
Julia Roberts' subnasal stomian to stomian chin ratio measures 0.49, slightly larger than the ideal value of 0.48. This characteristic has a medium effect on how attractive someone appears, and she scores highly in this regard.
There's nothing wrong with the width of Julia's nose.
Julia Roberts' nose width measures 138 psi units, lower than the ideal value of 181 psi units. The impact of this characteristic on attractiveness is medium, and she performs exceptionally well in this regard.
But her nostrils are arguably too big, as well as being unattractively shaped. She also has a hanging columella, which is what we call droopiness to the wall between the nostrils. So has Bella Hadid. And thanks to my silicone implant, which actually pokes through my left nostril, so apparently have I. The tip of her nose is too downturned as well, and that compounds a further flaw to her face. When Julia smiles, her top lip nearly touches the tip of her nose. Basically, when she smiles, her philtrum, the space from the base of the nose to the top lip, disappears. Penelope Cruz is another lady with quite a small philtrum, but I would say that Penelope's philtrum is quite a lot smaller than Julia Roberts's. According to many beauty standards, in a woman, the top lip should always be smaller than the bottom lip. Julia's top lip actually looks bigger than her bottom lip to me, and she also has quite a weak Cupid's bow, which, in my opinion, again spoils the aesthetics of her mouth. Her mouth is wider than the width prescribed by beauty ideals, I believe, which is possibly related to the size of her dental arch and to the size and structure of the rest of her jaw. As I mentioned earlier, some people insist that Julia Roberts has had plastic surgery.
If she has had any work done, it is subtle and natural looking.
To me though, correction of her nose and lips as a minimum are what she would have had done if she had had plastic surgery, but she hasn't. In addition, she seems to be happy to age and is choosing not to tackle her wrinkles or her slight facial sagging, whether surgically or non-surgically. She's definitely had a smile makeover. In any case, if ever she were to get work done at any point from now, early 2023, I'd expect her to get anti-aging surgery like a facelift and a brow lift. In addition, I think she'd benefit from slightly larger eyelids, so an upper blepharoplasty, an upper eyelid lift, I think would suit her. I think she'd have her nose and her lips corrected, and possibly a lower eyelid lift as well, lower blepharoplasty. Julia Roberts is 5 times People magazine's most beautiful woman in the world. She is an international sex symbol. As she is, she does okay. If you've enjoyed this video, I recommend you to watch this one next. I'll meet you there.